Hi, this is Mr. Haig. Today I'm going to teach you how to layer and blend acrylic paints. First of all, let's talk about the paints. The paint is a thicker paint than, say, watercolour paint, and it allows us to blend in a much easier manner. First of all, loading the brush. Let's have a look. How do we load the brush? Well, we don't use all of the brush, we just use the tip, and then we allow ourselves to be able to control the paint easier with a small amount of paint. So this is our blending bar. We're going to start to paint our red first colour. Nice smooth strokes, controlling as much as you can every movement. I've got my hand firmly onto the paper. If my hand is not on the paper and is above, then I don't have the same level of control. I'm allowing my fingers to do the moving and the control. Okay. So, step one nearly complete. Just get that last little bit in there. Now, we are ready for stage two. Now, what I'd like to do now is show you how to mix an orange colour. We use a little bit of red and a little bit of yellow, and we mix them together. Red is a very strong colour, so you won't need that much red at all. And we have a ready orange, which is perfect. And then we need to go over the top of the last bit that we painted in, and that's where the blending will happen. Nice and slow, so you won't see much of a change in colour, and that's great because that's what we want. We want to have that slow change in colour. Then we are going to add a little bit more yellow to our last mix. This allows us to control the colour mixing, because we know that it's going to go a little bit more yellow from adding from our previous mix. I'm spending a bit of time here just mixing it to make sure that I've got an even colour. Rolling my brush around to make sure it's even on all sides. And then again we go over the top. And you can see the change in colour is happening now. Then we're going to add, again, yellow to our colour mix. Going over the top again. And we can see this now changing into almost a rainbow effect. If it looks like a lollipop and it's obvious the colour differences, then we haven't quite got the blending right. We need that smooth gradient. Yellow again. You almost create a piece of artwork on the actual palette yourself. By the end of it, your palette can look great with all the different colour mixing that you've got going on. Roll my brush around, making sure that it's an even colour, and this is going to be my last blending. With this last blending, you're going to see that it's a little bit too obvious that the yellow has blended in to the orange. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you for the last parts how to do a dry brush technique. Okay, I'm going to take my brush, rinse it off, then I'm going to dry it thoroughly on a towel, which you can't see because it's behind me. Dry off my brush and then go back and start just to blend in very carefully the two colours that I've just mixed. And that's called a dry brush blend. That's a little higher level really, but we can all have a go at doing that. No problem at all a bit of practice. If you practice this colour bar, blending bar several times, you'll get better and better as time goes on. And that is the very basics of painting, layering, blending style.